back to the channel. I'm Justin, and today I'm bringing you another vlog. We are going ahead and planting all of our plants. I have the seed to sapling stuff still in the laundry room, and this is all stuff that we literally just went and got at Lowe's. I've got a strawberry bush. I've got some big red tomatoes because the seeds that we tried to grow didn't work out. I even got one backup bell pepper plant just in case the seeds don't work out. Some cherry tomatoes in case the seeds don't work out. Another big red tomato here, and some peas and watermelon. And then over here I've got a blackberry bush or blackberry vine and a grapevine as well. So we're gonna try to grow those. We're gonna fill up all these buckets. We're gonna fill up this flower bed here. And then I've got 4 more buckets that I got today that I'm gonna put right here. I think I can only fit 3, so I'll do 3 more buckets here. But first things first, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up all this dirt with the rake, and then I'm gonna give it a nice little hose down on the top just to make the dirt a little wet before we put the plants in. And then we'll start transplanting everything. I'm thinking I'm gonna put tomatoes in these buckets, and then the pole beans and maybe a cucumber in the buckets over here. And then I'll put everything else in this garden bed. I just thought of this, guys, while I was mixing it up. I'm gonna throw some of this shake and feed in there. It's like a fertilizer and helps tomatoes, fruits, vegetables. So I'm gonna throw that all in here and mix it in. And here's all the plants that we started from seed. Our butternut squash is probably the healthiest looking that we started. They fell over while I was moving them over, but it's okay. Here's the 4 cucumber plants. These are the pepper plants. They literally just sprouted. So I'm gonna go ahead, once I transplant the squash and the cucumber into the bed, I'm gonna take these out one at a time and put them in the cups. And then I'm probably just gonna leave everything out here so they could get used to the natural light. And then we've got the pole beans over here. This one's doing the best. This one's second in line. And then this one is just starting to sprout. So I'm gonna leave these 3 out. I'm not ready to transplant them yet. And then same goes for these cherry tomatoes. And this is why I got the extra ones from Lowe's, because they don't seem to be doing too hot. This one's doing okay, and this one's doing okay. But these 2 right here, they seem to be struggling. So we're gonna give them some natural light. We're gonna water them a little better and see where we get. And then of course we got all the other plants from Lowe's. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna transplant everything into the garden box, or everything that's ready, and then we'll go from there. So we're gonna start with the cucumbers on this side because I've got the cage here, and the cucumbers like to vine up and grow on the cage. And I bet you by the end of it, all the vines will even be covering the top of the cage. Sprinkle some of this inside the hole. Not a lot though, just a little bit. We'll just like this. Look at those roots. And I actually think I'm gonna build up a mound for the next 2 because I feel like that's the right way to do it. All right, so I got the cucumbers planted behind me. I'm gonna go ahead and do the butternut squash, probably right along this line here. I went ahead and decided I'm gonna just do all the tomatoes in the buckets. So when I'm done doing everything in this garden bed, I'm gonna go get the other 3 or 4 buckets, put them right here, and then all the tomatoes are gonna be in the buckets. All right guys, so I got all the plants transplanted except for the peppers over here. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and take each one of these little babies out, and I'm gonna transplant those into their own cups. So I'm gonna take all these cups that I got from Lowe's and use those in replacement of the Chick-fil-A cups, and fill these with dirt, and we'll go ahead and put these little babies in each one of these. All right, so I've got the bell peppers over here. I've got the sweet peppers over here. And here's just a brief overview of what I've done today. The cucumbers, I went ahead and added some sticks for support growing towards the cage so they can grow up the side of the cage and then probably even up here like they did last year. And then of course, again, I've got the strawberries here. There's one growing. We've got the butternut squash in this row. I've got bell peppers here, sweet peas back there. I've got the pole beans here that I'm gonna leave outside. And then I've got the sweet peppers that I just transplanted, the bell peppers that I just transplanted, watermelon, blackberries, grapes, and then all of these are tomatoes. So far, if you guys are enjoying these videos, please leave a like, subscribe. You can keep up with these as they grow throughout the season. And probably at the end of the year, I'll be able to do like a overview video or a time lapse just to show how everything grew and turned out. But yeah guys, that'll be it for me out in this garden today. Tomorrow we're gonna go yard sailing and hopefully find some cool stuff to buy and maybe even some stuff to flip. I don't know, it all depends on our luck and you know how many people are selling and what they're selling. So tomorrow morning we'll jump in the car, we'll head out, and hopefully we can find some cool stuff. Good morning everyone. Today I'm gonna make this pretty quick. We're going to a yard sale and I've got $40 and $1 bills. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the road and we will see you there. And we're gonna get some coffee. We're gonna go to Tim Hortons and then we're gonna go. All right guys, so we're here. We're gonna go ahead and start walking around. I've got $40 to work with. All right, guys, so I spent a total of $0.00. This yard sale neighborhood sucks. Screw everybody.
One of the worst yard sales I think I've ever been to.
We drove an hour for this, so now we're gonna go spend some money on gas.
Yep, I think about probably 2% of this neighborhood participated, so
We drove all the way back to Virginia Beach. We've got a few yard sales that we found online over here, so we're gonna give those a shot and hopefully we find something good. Okay guys, so I'm pretty pumped. I got a good deal on a 20 volt DeWalt battery, $2. These are normally like 80 to 90 bucks a piece. We got some dog bowls for the dogs and a little crate for their stuff. And she got a crystal bowl for her decorations. Now, none of this stuff we're gonna flip, but I take that battery as a win. So we're back at the house. Just wanted to show you really quickly what all we got. Like I said, nothing crazy. We're not really gonna sell anything. She got this fancy thing in a crystal bowl. And then I got some binoculars, which are pretty cool. Let's see. That's not gonna work. Talked them down to $2. Then I got that DeWalt battery that I was talking about. These are normally about 80, 90 bucks. Got it for $2. And then some dog bowls for the dogs, of course, or for Caroline. And we can open this up and put all the dog stuff in here. Oh look, there's even a scooper. But alright guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you enjoyed everything. Next video is gonna be an update on the garden and how everything's doing out there. And I'll try to come up with some other ideas as well. Maybe we can go yard sailing again and be more successful this time. Try to flip some stuff, or I could start to sell some stuff that I have in the shed and whatnot and make a tutorial on making money. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe. I've got much more content coming your way. I'm trying to stay on a weekly upload schedule, so help me stick to that. Give me some ideas in the comments, things that I could do, things you'd like to see, and I'll try to incorporate them in my video. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.